Do you think you have added all possible keywords into your product listing, but you're still not able to show up in certain search results, or you're not able to build your organic ranking? In this video, I'm going to talk about this a little more in detail and what my understanding of Amazon search algorithm is. I am Shaival Choksi. I'm the co-founder of Your Seller. We are a team of Amazon experts, and we help sellers grow their business on Amazon and at the same time be profitable. So to understand why you're not able to rank higher up organically, you need to gain some level of conceptual clarity on three basic things around how Amazon search algorithm is supposed to function. The first is keyword relevancy. Now this can be divided into two parts. The first part is basically whether you're trying to rank for a specific keyword, which are like really 100% relevant to your product, or you're trying to rank for say, certain broad keywords, which may not be 100% relevant, but still are a larger bracket of products where your product might also be a little more relevant. So take an example of say a travel tech organizer, where a specific keyword to define the product is always going to be your travel tech organizer. But then a broader generic term like travel essentials or travel accessories could also be relevant for this product, where ranking higher up is always going to be difficult, again, since it's a much more broader generic search term where other products also will have some level of relevancy. Second, it's not just titles, bullet points, backend search terms, or descriptions. It's also a lot of other fields into your Amazon product backend where these kind of fields have a lot of value, especially in terms of search filters. So a lot of times people have this question where say customers apply certain filters when they end up searching a product and the product doesn't appear into the search pages. That is because the relevant fields in those filters have not been added into your backend. We have a separate video for this. Do check that out by clicking on the link in the description below. Second, it is also dependent on say your A+ content and brand story. These are areas which also get indexed within your Amazon page, and there has to be certain level of focus that you give to these areas. And along with that, alt tags also. So alt tags in A+ content have a very big impact on your searchability, visibility, and organic ranking. So make sure that you are utilizing these areas also and not just sticking your focus on the main four parts, which is main images and the main title of the product, or the bullet points, or the description, or the backend search terms. And third, the most important part is competition. Now, imagine a scenario where, say, the competition has added the exact same keywords in the exact same areas into your product listing, into the product listing, and you've also done the same. What would trigger Amazon to ensure that which product is going to show higher up organically? Hold on to that thought. I'm going to cover that in the later part of this video. So, considering these three basic areas and an understanding of it, there are certain other areas into a listing that is where the magic actually happens when it comes to building your organic ranking or showing up in certain search areas where you are not showing up previously. It is divided into 5 main parts. The first part of that is CTR. So CTR is basically dependent on how clickable your product appears to be in the search results. So which is practically dependent only on 2 areas, which is your titles and your main image. Again, for main image, we have another video that we did specifically for it to go into a lot more detail on how your main image can be. You can also find that link into the description below. The second is category node. Now, a lot of times Amazon is notorious when it comes to refreshing categories from time to time. If your category node is not as relevant or as accurate to what your product is, then it could become very difficult in building your rank higher up organically, because then again your product is not placed correctly into the Amazon's algorithm. Third, your seller feedback and your store rating. Now, this is a much more long-term effort. It's not something where you can build your ranking by just servicing one order in the best way possible. But it's a collective effort where over a period of time, you build your store ranking, your organic visibility will not only improve, but it basically acts as a marker for Amazon's algorithm that this seller is aware of how to conduct business on Amazon and will do everything possible from customer service standpoint. The fourth part basically is about inventory availability across multiple regions and the out of stock situation. So this can be divided into 2 parts. The out of stock situation is where you are not available across the country. Now, again, all of us know this is poison. It doesn't need any new introduction or any new comment on it. But a lot of times people don't realize that, say, your business is based in New York, and there's someone who is trying to search for a keyword that is relevant to your product, who is based out of California. Now, if your inventory is not placed in California, then your product is not going to appear in that search result or that search query. So it's very important to understand that your inventory is not only available, but it's available across the country where anyone trying to search has the best place to sell. And for this, obviously, you need to have an understanding of where your product is most likely to sell, and accordingly have that managed from an inventory management perspective. And the fifth is the order conversion rate. So order conversion rate is again dependent on how attractive your product page is, which gives an accurate measure of what your end product is supposed to be. And so your reviews, your pricing strategy, whether you have a video on your product page or not, whether all your images convey a particular story or not, whether you have an A+ content or brand story added into your product page or not, all of this has an impact on your order conversion rate, because customers, when they land on these product pages, they would want to understand exactly why they are buying into this product, and that is where all these areas come in. So this brings me back to the point that I just mentioned earlier in the video, where, say, if your competition has added the exact same keywords in the exact same places across their product listing, what would trigger Amazon's algorithm to have either of your products show higher up organically? And that is exactly where these 5 or 6 points come in, where if you have a strong hold on these 5 or 6 points, then you are most likely to appear higher up in the search results. And so it's not just this one area where the magic trick happens. It's a collective effort on all these areas which will enable you to become eligible to appear higher up in search results, especially, say, when your competition goes out of stock. Then a large chunk of your market share can be given to you in terms of your sessions or your page views. At the end of the day, Amazon does not want customers to spend a lot of time searching, and they would want them to make a buying decision soon enough. And that is where these pointers come in, where the higher up the search results show your product, the better it is for the customer to buy it and place an order. So if you find yourself in a situation where you feel you have done everything possible from a keyword adding standpoint across your listing, think about it. Go deeper and analyze these 5 or 6 areas to see if there's anything better that you can do to stand out. Because, I mean, we have made the same mistake multiple times with a lot of our clients, where we feel that we have done everything else that is possible, but then every time we take a second look, we feel that, you know what, there's something that we can do better. And that is what has really helped us provide value to our clients in building their organic ranking. So these are the kind of things that we at Your Seller really focus on and put a lot of emphasis on to help you as a seller gain organic advantage over your competition. And again, this is not just by doing the things which are obvious. This is basically doing things which are non-obvious, which are under the radar, which a lot of sellers don't have an understanding on. So if you need assistance with anything within this area, or just anything in the Amazon ecosystem, you can reach out to me on shaival@yourseller.in, and we at Your Seller will be happy to take you in as a client. I hope you found this information helpful. So if you did, then do like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel if you like us to create more such content. Thank you for watching. Cheers.